He's Bill Ryder, and he's Ryder than you.
The program Ryder than you, sometimes.
He's a fan.
I love sports so much.
He's in your face.
I will destroy those obnoxiously arrogant, clueless, tone-deaf superstars who are marginal players, good players, who made careers, who think they're Hall of Famers.
He's nice.
I promise, we're nice here.
He's humble.
I think I'm pretty good if you're on the show about admitting if I got it wrong.
Live from Los Angeles, here's Bill Ryder.
All right, welcome into the show. Let me get a little pet peeve out of the way here. I think I've talked about this before. Hello, thanks for hanging out on the podcast, BillRyder.substack.com. If you'd like to engage a little more directly with me, with Two Girl Stew, Stuart Kovacs, who's here today with Pretty Daddy, Tom DeCelestino, with some of the other guests that we roll onto the show sometimes. Also an ad-free version of the program, BillRyder.substack.com, but you can still listen over on Apple, on Spotify, wherever you do. We've been playing that opening since I was doing the radio show starting in 2017. It's been a hot minute. We had a former boss who tried to redo it, and I'm like, no, we're keeping the opening. And on there, I say, I just tried to write this down, right? But it's the same thing for years. I should have it memorized. They did is they took things I actually said on the radio, and then they smushed it together. It's like a Bill Ryder linguistic smash burger. You smash it all in together. I said, I will destroy, I believe, those obnoxious, arrogant, tone-deaf superstars who think they're Hall of Famers. There's a very specific person who I'm thinking of, who I've interacted with, who I have a great story about, who I actually kind of like, that is that, and I like this person, but we can all be a little obnoxious, tone-deaf, arrogant, delusional in certain contexts. No one's ever asked me. I started rolling guests at the top of the hour, which is the start hours of the radio show, in part because I wanted athletes to hear it and go, "Hoo-ah. Oh, yeah, you play sports? Who's that?" So I go, "Oh, I'm glad you asked." No one's ever asked. I didn't have the guts to play the open for Andy Roddick when he was on the show, because if I make Andy sit there for 12 seconds, he might just leave. So I just did a real quick.
He's Bill.
Yeah, not even that.
When
You're listening
to the Ryder Than You
That.
podcast.
And I'm telling you, this right here,
You're listening to the Ryder Than You podcast.
halfway through that, Roddick thought about going.
You're listening to
Right there, he's like rolling his eyes.
Podcast.
So next time I'm going to play the whole thing. Maybe he'll ask me. I need, hi, Stu. I need someone to ask me. Not you, not Ryan. I need an athlete to come on and be like, "Oh, yeah? Who?" Or just, I would, if I were on a show, I'd go, "Who's the tone-deaf athlete superstar that you think that thinks they're right? How come no one's asked me this in 9 years? Or is it
That's
just
crazy. And like you said, because most of the guests have been at the top of the hour when
Right.
you have played that, so they would hear that every time. Yeah. I would be curious if I was on hold listening, waiting to go on your show to be like, who's he talking about there? Yeah.
I used to cringe when we'd have, some athlete on that I don't know who is a pretty bright.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, they're like, "Who's this guy?" No one ever asked. America!
Hey, they did it. Kind of, sort of, I guess. Yeah.
We're in.
Yeah, we're
All right,
in.
so Italy won yesterday. Here's the folders. We got some people mad at us because we butchered the World Baseball Classic explainer yesterday. You're in the comments. You better get ready for Bum of the Week. I'm just telling you, some people waiting.
What did I do?
Apparently you got it all wrong. Because I wrote it down, then you were saying the opposite. So I'm like, oh, did I get it? I must have gotten it wrong. I don't know. But here's what I do know. America's in, baby. Now, I forgot I had committed to a ping pong guy night last night. So I had to go hang out with the boys and drink a little bit and make a bad decision with the jersey. My buddy got Jersey Mike subs or I don't know, Jersey, some subs.
Jersey Mike's
I don't
is
want
good.
I don't want
sub guys.
I don't want any subs. And then on the walk home, I think I took like a foot long. Just ate the whole thing. Yeah, healthy.
Sounds right.
But Italy wins. We did it. Let's go, America. What is your searing analysis? Mexico won? Because based on yesterday's show, I'm skeptical. You watched it.
Mexico won. That was the whole thing. Yeah, Italy was great. That game really wasn't in question. Like, Aaronola was unbelievable for Team Italy. Shut out through 5 innings. I don't think he allowed a hit. Vinny Pasquantino, who didn't have a hit through the first 3 games, had 3 home runs. Came out of nowhere. Right. He's probably their best player. And they had a big, I think it was the 4th or 5th inning. They put up 4 runs, and Yeah, 9-1. It wasn't even really in question. Mexico really they had bases loaded in the 8th, I believe. But that was like the closest they really came to anything. So Italy pretty much dominated from the start, and that's good news for the U.S. I guess they advanced, but we'll see
Don't
what happens
deserve it.
next.
It
I know
feels like
it
I was
feels weird,
following on my
right?
phone. Yeah, yeah. It feels like we don't deserve to be there. We're playing Canada
Yeah.
over the weekend. Did my guy, I'm looking it up right now. Did my guy who I thought was Spaghetti, but his name wasn't Spaghetti. This is from yesterday's show. I looked at the roster like I'm doing right now, and I sort of glanced up and to the right, and I thought it said Spaghetti.
You did.
It said Sam Aldergary. But if you kind of glance at it, really, it's Sam Aldergary kind of looks like spaghetti, right? Okay. Not really. I mean, it did to me. Did that guy do anything yesterday?
No, it wasn't. No, it
He's a
was
pitcher.
mostly John Birdie,
All
Pasquantino. Yeah, that was really it. Nothing from Mr. Spaghetti,
Well,
unfortunately.
there's not a lot going on, and I know I need to probably engage in a little more college basketball. Stu, there was a fight that broke out on not fight. There was a little bit of a war of disagreement on the old X, which is where you should always go for your news, because that's a great spot.
Yeah.
And I believe it was Seth Davis, who lives, by the way, not far
Oh.
that direction, and Dan Wolken, who lives very far that direction. Seth Davis made the claim that college basketball's the healthiest it's been in a long time, that you have all these guys who are sticking around. I think the general premise was NIL has created the financial incentives for universities to retain talented players who otherwise might go to the NBA too soon, and to bring in some international players. And therefore the product's great. And the ratings are amazing. And Dan Wolken's, if I remember correctly, contention was, what are you talking about, dude? What are you even talking about? I think baseball's in the healthiest place I can remember it in a really, really long time.
I think so.
I know that the NFL's always going to be in that spot. Soccer's a little bit on the rise.
Mhm.
Politics aside, people, and it's hard for people to do. I think UFC has found like a pretty strong niche. They have a White House fight coming up pretty soon. They're sending people to train at the FBI. They're in the news on a regular basis. I can go through the sports. Hockey just had a moment with
Yeah, dude.
I'm supposed to have an air horn that I play, but that's the wrong one. Just I guess that's what someone suggested as the sound effect for hockey. With
like a goal horn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to download it. I don't think college basketball is in that good of a spot. And I tried a week ago to really engage. I have trouble watching it because I watch so much NBA that the speed of the game is really, really slow. You're a sports geek. Are you rocking the college basketball?
No, I feel like each year I follow it less and less. And look, I
Me
loved
too.
college basketball in the mid 2000s, but that's also when guys were there for 3 or 4 years and you learned about guys and you had all these great coaches and the players would be committed. You'd have your one and dones here and there, but so many guys would stay for so long and you kind of got to know these players more. And now they're just, if they're not one and dones, they're transferring 2 or 3 times, which is in there, right? But it to me, it just ruins the product during the regular season. And I can't watch a regular season college basketball game. It doesn't matter. I just don't care. And then once we get to March Madness, I'll probably put it on. Am I going to be expert that knows, this
same
4th seed is going to make a run? No, I'm going to make
those brackets.
Yeah. Oh.
I used to do those brackets and have some expertise. And by the way, this might have been part of the reason. And then Lori would fill it out based on mascots, like what mascot's cuter.
Love it.
And she would beat me in every other. I'm like, come on. How much have you watched
this
team play?
Yeah, I know. How did she get the 14 seed upsetting the 3 when the 3 had like 3 losses the whole year? Come on.
I had an hour and a half to kill yesterday, and I wanted to consume some sports off topic. And I was messing around the phone. I was looking at some podcasts, and I came up with 2 choices.
Okay.
One was to consume some college basketball content. That was my initial plan. So I was coming up with podcasts and looking at stuff. Then I stumbled onto this Adrian Wojnarowski versus all the fans at St. Bonnie's and the allegations that basically he got the coach fired and he's a terrible GM. And I like Woj. A lot of people do not. And then Ethan Strauss, who has a Substack, and I had to choose. I'm like, okay, I was going to listen to like a Goodman podcast and catch up and do some reading and text my buddy who's a big KU guy and runs a pretty successful KU blog. I spent an hour and a half just like going down the rabbit hole on Woj's drama. Have you followed this? It's not going great.
A little bit, but I would say if you ask me which one is more interesting, I would say the Woj drama is something that would captivate me and bring me in more than, random March Madness, college basketball.
Local columnist in small town. I didn't even know where St. Bonaventure was. Apparently, it's in New York on the border of there in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Kind of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's there, but around it, I'm told, there's a whole lot of nothing. And the local columnist there went after Woj. So this might even be behind a paywall today. And this is what you're paying for, Trevor. Trevor got mad yesterday. I think it was Trevor. I understand. He's like, you guys screwed up we did. WBC outcomes. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's like, paid subscription is. He didn't say BS. I'm like, it was free yesterday. Today's isn't. And that's where we leave you. We'll be right back. You know what? I'm going to bring back a segment we have, because there's nothing going on. I'm going to bring back a segment that we have not done in an extraordinary amount of time. It's been a long time. I bet I haven't done this segment since October when we were doing the radio show.
Wow.
And Stu's never done it.
No.
This is like monogamy for Stu. It's going to be a brand new experience. We'll be right back.
He's Bill Ryder, and he's always right. It's Ryder than you.
One of my favorite things about making fun of you, Stu, or teasing you is when I used to call you Spikes and Bikes. This is 7 or 8 years ago.
Oh my gosh, I know. So good.
And people thought that people actually believed
I know.
that you were riding around doing spikes and doing bikes.
I know. Riding to work riding in New York City on a motorcycle. That was me.
Are you ready for the return and for you the first time?
Yeah, first time, yeah. Oh man.
It's time for Would You Rather on Ryder
I'm
than
going to
you.
have to make this podcast free for sure. Okay. Here's how it works. I'm going to give you some choices.
Okay.
You simply pick which one you'd rather do and explain why.
Okay.
And then I'll probably give an answer too, and then you can throw some at me if you want to do a little jazz at the end.
Okay. All right.
All right. Would you rather, now that USA has gotten into the next stage of the World Baseball Classic, they play Canada, as we mentioned this weekend.
Yep.
And now that presumably you and I know how the eliminations work, and so does their manager, Mark Dumrosa, although I'm Bill Dumb Idiot Writer, so it's fine. But I'm not the skipper of that team. Would you rather have USA win the World Baseball Classic
Okay.
or have the U.S. men's national team in soccer,
Mm-hmm.
one of the hosts of the World Cup this summer, win a single knockout game?
Okay. Interesting. I mean, I love the World Baseball Classic, but I feel like winning a knockout game against presumably a top 16 team in theory in the world and getting to the final, like, that would be big for the United States. That's something they weren't able to do last World Cup. That's something they haven't been able to do in a while.
Not the final, single win.
I know, single win. I understand.
Okay.
Single win in the knockout stage. I would pick that. I just think that would be I just think it would be a bigger deal, especially in the context of the world, not just the United States.
Be quarterfinals.
Yeah, quarterfinal. That'd be big. Your final 18. That's amazing.
I mean,
I would
we
sign up
are
for that right now.
Yeah,
we're
we're the Bodo Glint. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Bodo Glint. Yeah.
International. Like, come on. This can't be.
We are at that level. It's probably not going to happen. Like I mean, I would be kind of surprised at this point if they do that, but I would take.
We'd have to. Yeah, so we'd have to beat Spain or Argentina or Brazil or Germany or England or France. Like one of those teams.
Yeah, a really good team we'd have to beat. Yeah.
Maybe you get lucky and you get the Netherlands and you win 1-0 or something.
Which almost happened last World Cup. We faced them, but it didn't work out in the end. But yeah, you would kind of hope it'd be one of those teams. But it's still, even the Netherlands, that's a top 10 team.
It's a good team.
It's good.
Side note,
that'd be good. Yeah.
When I play tennis, I wear crazy colors sometimes. I wore all orange the other day just because.
Oh.
Yeah. And then my buddy called me the Netherlands, and I thought I'd never wear this.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's right. They were orange. Yeah.
Would you rather? What music we have here? Would you rather have Liverpool win the Champions League this year?
Yeah.
Or the Yankees win the World Series?
Liverpool win Champions League.
I knew you were going to ask that.
Yeah.
Not even a question.
Not even a question. That's my number one team, and that's the team that I get the most joy seeing them have success. Now, the Yankees haven't won a World Series since 2009, so it's been almost 2 decades, where we're getting close to that
Been a
220-year
minute,
mark, which is crazy. And Liverpool's won, they've won the Premier League twice in that span. They've won the Champions League once in that span. So it'd be doing something again, but I think I would get more enjoyment out of them winning the Champions League as bad as a team as they've been this year.
that Yankees stat, Brian needs to cash out, man. That's what he needs.
Cash out is right. I know.
He's bad.
He's terrible.
How many times have you been to Liverpool, England?
0.
Okay.
I haven't been outside the country now.
All right. You are imprisoned. You are sports imprisoned. You cannot watch any sports for 365 days.
That sounds
starting
terrible.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
But you have a choice among these two. You can watch one of these two sports. You have no NFL. You have no soccer.
Ooh.
You can either watch baseball for the next year,
Yeah.
any baseball that's on, or basketball for the next year.
Baseball. I would pick baseball. There's more games. 2, I think it's a better product right now. I think they've really fixed with the pace of play. Gone are the 4-hour games. Those have been shrunk down dramatically. And the basketball, I mean, I went to a Rockets game when in Houston. It just isn't what it was for me.
Really?
10 years ago, 15 years ago. Yeah.
You went to a Rockets game and it didn't, because Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it's
good
cool.
defense.
I saw Durant play, Sengun play. I thought he's an interesting player, but I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me like I used to. It's
Can
just
we
not
break
the
this
same.
down a little bit? Because
Yeah.
John Gonzalez and I did a podcast together at CBS. And I will not pretend that we got along swimmingly all the time, which happens. You know this. I didn't find him easy to work with. That's fine. And we had some disagreements on. You look so uncomfortable. You're not the one saying
No.
it.
Oh no. I know. I'm just like
But you like the podcast. The funny thing is, I just didn't
the
like
podcast
working
I
on
thought
it.
was very good. Yes.
One disagreement we had, and I think I may have been in the wrong here, is that he purported. Sure, I bought it, but whatever. Like, every NBA game is he was the big NBA fan. That was his thing. Like, every NBA game's amazing. I cannot wait to watch Charlotte play Orlando tonight. Oh, man. Like, whereas I'd be like, I don't think the product's very good. This was like off camera, right? In retrospect, I don't think I was wrong. And this is always the tension when you cover a sport as an only sport. And then you have a job as a generalist in something else. I have trouble faking it. And I can't, because I love hoops, and I've loved the NBA for a long time. I have had trouble in the last year kind of enjoying the product. And I thought maybe I was just burned out on the sport, which happens.
Yeah.
There is something wrong with the NBA, and I can't put my finger on it because, and I'm going to be real talk here. For years, I would get mad at people who are like, I don't like the NBA. Those guys don't play defense. Like, okay, you're a racist. There's an 80% chance you're a racist. Cool. I remember a guy came to my house Thanksgiving and was just telling me what.
Yeah.
Not for there's coded what people didn't watch it. I just would be very defensive of the product from people that clearly weren't watching it, right? Those guys don't play defense. They're Splash Brothers. They're boring. A, they're not boring, and B, they have the third best defense in the NBA. Shut up, right? So for years, but it's not that. The talent's amazing. I mean, Victor Wembanyama is amazing. I do think Shea is a foul merchant, and that's annoying. Okay, that's annoying, but he's incredible. Luka Doncic is mesmerizing to watch. LeBron and Steph. I mean, Steph's are still out there. I find Anthony Edwards to be really fun, and he hasn't quite done it, but they've made some pushes. They haven't made the finals, but they've made some pushes. He's interesting. Jalen Brunson. I gotta go down. There are talented. I don't understand what's wrong with the game, but there's something wrong with it, dude. It's not as engaging as it should be. It's like I once dated a girl. To my in-laws, love you guys. I once dated a girl in college who was beautiful. By the way, all of you are going to be like, how? I don't know. Beautiful, smart, right? I'm Catholic. She was Catholic. That felt like that mattered back then. It doesn't really now. All kinds of sort of side benefits that were just shoot. And there was no there, right? There was just no there for me. I feel that way about hoops. I look at all the sort of check off all the boxes of the things I'm interested in. That it has it. It doesn't captivate me the way other sports do. And I'm coming back to baseball in a new way. What is going on, do you think?
It's weird. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I think it's a combination of the regular season being too long and not mattering. And I guess you could say the same. Baseball's regular season is obviously really long. It's more games. It's double the games. But I just feel like the 82 in the NBA just doesn't have a meaning, especially when you have 8 teams. Well, I guess technically 10 teams in each conference in the playoffs. That's 2/3 of the league plus the load management that goes on.
Yeah.
Plus the style of
officiating.
play is different. The officiating. It's just
Yeah.
when you combine everything. I don't think it's one thing. I think it's when you combine all that into one.
I think it's the style of play. I think the math, which is correct, by the way,
Yeah.
in achieving an outcome of win has really screwed up the game, the 3-point shooting. But baseball went through this phase and is still beholden to the Dodgers practice the 3-outcome approach to hitting, right? They either want a base on ball, a home run, and they'll accept a strikeout. And so you have a lot of players who those are, but I still find the game to be awesome for some reason. Yeah.
I do too. It's just
Can't put
weird.
my foot on. All right.
Yeah, it's weird.
I would watch baseball all year too.
Yeah.
Which is
I don't
would
blame
not
you.
have been true 2 years ago.
No.
All right, here's one more theory on what's wrong. I got a couple more theories on the baseball thing. One, I do think human beings, we can be cyclical on things, right?
Mhm.
I'm super into this, and then I sort of, and like I've done that. I want something new and shiny. So for me, I've been into hoops for a long time, and I've been out on baseball. Maybe I'm back a little bit to that. I think that attention spans are a real thing. I mean, our brains are being trained to basically have no attention span because of social media, and baseball is so long, or excuse me, NBA is so long as a regular season, and even though baseball is longer, they've shortened the games. So now when I watch the games, I feel like the action is condensed, whereas
More
at the
happening.
end of an NBA game, it can take 20 minutes for the final 2 or 3 minutes to play out. And I think that was a problem even before I had TikTok brain.
That hasn't
You know?
helped us at all. That definitely has not helped us with watching full games. And even like the Red Zone and some of these studio shows that, you could just pop on NBA TV or MLB Network and they'll kind of give you a version of the Red Zone. It's not exactly the same thing, but
No, you're right. You can
and then
kind
you
of do
can
that.
watch highlights on your phone very easily, like as the game's going on. Basically, I think that changes how we into soccer thing too, right? As much as we've loved soccer, the fact that it's in a nice little package 2-hour window with just the one halftime break in the middle changes how we watch this. The NBA,
No
under
commercials.
9 timeout, under 6 timeout, under 3 timeout. Yeah,
Right. And it's over. Third reason I think basketball might be in a little bit of a lull is what I'll call the Avengers effect, which is something you won't. Avengers is a film studio that people watched for years involving superheroes.
Yeah.
And it all came together in Endgame and Infinity War. No. Endgame and, oh my God. See, TikTok brain. The final two. Endgame was the last one. Pretty sure. And then after that, all the movies were kind of like, eh. But I think some of the Marvel movies after Endgame were just bad, but some of them were just, it was such a high level you couldn't match it. I do think the NBA is suffering from the level of LeBron versus Steph for so long was so high and so amazing that the come down now is, LeBron's out there, but he's all right. Steph's out there. He's always hurt. I think we're having trouble adjusting.
I think that's a good point because we
I'm going
talk
to give
about
myself some applause.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, he's a good answer.
We talk about the faces of the NBA, and there's a lot of really great players. And you mentioned Wemby a few minutes ago, and obviously Jokic is great. SGA, all of them are great, but you're right. It doesn't hit you the same as LeBron Steph, right? I mean, LeBron Steph, we'll probably never get a LeBron Steph again. I think that's almost as good as you're going to get.
As you would say, by the way, this is so long, I'm going to do it again. As you would say, just going to roll it again. Because I don't know how to do. I don't know how to.
I had to loop it.
I gotta loop it. See, there it is. As you would say, I do think Victor Wembanyama could be the Spider-Man of the current NBA. I think he is the hope to get back to the level. Okay. Speaking of which, would you rather have Victor Wembanyama in the next 5 years? You can only do one.
Okay.
Win an NBA championship, or score 100 points in a single competitive basketball game.
Keyword competitive. I think Wemby winning a championship would be more. I don't know. I feel like these 100, 83, 81, they're cool and all, but what do they really mean, right? I'd rather have the championship, right? I mean, the championship is going to be more cool for him and more significant for him within the next 5 years. Yeah.
I don't know, because if he scores 100 and then in 6 years he wins 3 out of 4.
That's true. Which could happen. That's better.
It would be nice to
Yeah.
block the Thunder, though. I'm tired of. I'm also just.
You're already tired of Thunder.
1 year,
It's
I'm
only
over
been
it.
a year and you're done with
I'm
them.
over it.
Oh my gosh.
I think you've already answered this question on accident.
Oh.
Stu.
Oh no.
Would you rather watch Kevin Durant play in this year's NBA Finals? Culmination of a career attempt to win one where he's
Sure.
got right now. Or Anthony Edwards in his first NBA Finals?
Give me
Who would
Anthony
you rather
Edwards. Yeah, I'd rather see Anthony Edwards
You hate
make that
KD.
jump. Yeah, take that, KD. KD's. Yeah, I don't know. I have a weird feel. I don't love KD. I guess I don't know how to put it. I'm not a fan of KD. I'm sorry, I'm just not. But I think Anthony Edwards is obviously one of those guys that top 5 player in the NBA, has done a really good job these past few years. Needs to make that next jump, and I think if he does it this year, that'd be pretty incredible for him. Yeah.
Would you rather have me on the board
Okay.
or Pretty Daddy on the board?
Oh, you? Come on. Pretty Daddy.
Like
I don't
buttons?
want him anywhere near the board. Come on. Are you crazy?
Would you rather, if you needed the board to function starting tomorrow, would you rather have me on the board
Okay.
or Zach Gelb on the board?
I mean, I would say before these last few months, I would have said Zach, but
Okay.
I think you've done a really good job, and you've done it every day. You've mastered it to a certain extent, so I would say you.
Everybody, the board is basically all the buttons that I'm pushing.
Yeah.
The yeehaw that I grabbed has random laughter after it. Some lady laughs in the background. You listen very
And plus,
carefully.
you have the technical capability of troubleshooting because, especially with Pretty Daddy, when he's on, everything seems to kind of go haywire with.
People don't even know.
People don't even know half of it.
A 45-minute podcast takes 3 hours, and then Tom blames us because his stuff doesn't work. Would you rather? You're an NFL GM. Would you rather have Trey Hendrickson or Max Crosby?
I'd rather have Max Crosby. Max Crosby is a better player. Max Crosby is definitely the better player. Obviously, I'm not going to maybe spoil the future other question, but just the players.
No injury
individually, Max
concerns?
Crosby. No, not really.
And Rossini, I don't know.
Maybe there's a little bit of that. I think Hendrickson is a really good, edge rusher, defensive lineman, but I think Max is, elite. Like when he's healthy, I think he's top 3. So
Do you want him to stay
Max
in Vegas? Do you want Max Crosby to stay in Vegas?
If they can't get like a first and second round pick for him, then I'd rather keep him because I don't think getting a third round pick for him is worth trading.
What about a first and a second? First and a second.
First and second. I would do a first and a second. I know they're not going to get what they got.
First
from
and
the
a third?
Maybe. That's when I'm starting to I'm like, okay. Because the first one is
that Ravens first was a good first too.
It was a good first. That's why that trade was great because that trade they could have probably drafted the best available offensive lineman, and then with their second round pick they could have drafted Max Crosby's replacement. So it would have been kind of perfect, but it didn't work out that way. They're not going to get anything close to that now, so forget it.
Do you have any would you rather questions for me?
I do. I have one. Okay. Would you rather have Barcelona win La Liga this year? Or the Bears win the Super Bowl, but that means Real Madrid winning La Liga.
Oh, wow.
I know that's tough, right? Oh.
I was about to go straight Bears.
I know.
I hate Real Madrid.
I know you do.
I never watch them because it causes me physical discomfort when they succeed. And I watched Man
them
City yesterday because
Yeah,
I thought,
hope you didn't
and I
watch
was like, this crap. Valverde scored his hat trick at the end with his amazing touch up around the defender. I'm like, I hate these.
That was unbelievable.
I literally slammed my computer off and went for a 5-mile walk. 4-mile walk. I think the Bears win the Super Bowl, but it's because Barcelona will win La Liga.
Of course. Maybe if they don't win this year, they'll probably win it next year, right? They'll win it very soon again. But the Bears,
that's a dirty question.
I know it was. It wasn't too nice.
But I would rather Barcelona win the Champions League than anything else you can offer me. I'm like you on Liverpool.
I know you are.
Would you rather?
Yeah. Okay.
I never cut my hair again.
Okay.
Or
right.
I shave my head once. Right now.
Like the Ravens fan did for Max Crosby.
Yeah. Oh, that was brutal.
That's tough. I think I'd rather you shave your head because I'm trying to picture what you would look like with a shaved head, and I
have a giant scar, by the way, that runs up the entire left side of my,
really,
and then this way. So I would look like people would cross the street and go to the other side of the street when they saw me coming.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, I look like.
I'd have to see that then.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going down.
Is that your last? Oh,
I have one more for you. Would you rather get dinner and drinks with Chris Paul or Doc Rivers?
Oh man.
Two of your favorite guys.
See, Doc can pretend to be cool.
Yeah.
Can fake charm. I don't think Chris can or would.
Yeah.
But I find Chris Paul to be a much more impressive human being, basketball player. Like, human being's the wrong term, but like,
yeah.
I kind of respect CP3. Not kind of. I respect CP3. He's an amazing competitor. He's an a-hole, but whatever. I'm told that he's a great. Everyone that knows him, that knows that he hates me, has been like, dude, he's such a great dad. And I'm like, okay, man, cool. I had a boss who was a great dad. He was a terrible boss. What does that have to do with anything? But I think that we could connect on that level, right? Whereas I don't know anything about Doc's personal life. I'm going to go Chris Paul. I also like confrontation, right?
Yeah, you do. That is true. Yeah.
Or like confrontation. I am comfortable in uncomfortable sort of situations, I should probably say. And so I'd be interested. And I've had a lot of sources who we did not like each other because of coverage. I did. And then we would get together and then not always, but sometimes we come out as buddies. Happens.
It's fascinating. Yeah, I think I'd rather dine with Doc.
Would you?
I even before like I met you and knew more about Chris Paul, I never was a really huge Chris Paul guy. I always thought he was kind of a douche. I don't know. I never really liked him. So
well, maybe I'd shave my head though. Then he'd be like, "Oh, this guy's crazy. This guy's crazy."
Shave the head. Shave the head, Bill.
Is that the final Would You Rather?
The final Would You Rather.
What do you think of the segment?
It's cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
Yeah.
Especially when a real producer puts it together. Pretty daddy. All right, we're gonna we got a robust bum of the week coming up. Stu's nominated. We got some surprises. We'll let you know. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Writer Than You.
See, that's the one I should play for Roddick. You know what I'm saying?
Short and sweet and to the point. No
I need to
chance for
find
relief.
somebody, who will actually ask me. Have I ever told you who it is? Do you know?
I know who it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you know who it is. Yeah. Be ironic if that person asked me.
It would be.
I would tell them for the second time in their lives. All right. Everything else good, Stewie? You good? You're living your good dreams? Everything's great?
Everything's great. Yeah. There's no complaints. Yeah. Had my nice
Angie,
trip and now I'm back.
Behind the screen? Angie yesterday behind the screen. That was
She's not here today, so she's not popping. I think the cat is on the chair behind me, so I wouldn't be stunned if she made an appearance at some point, but not yet.
I keep the cats out of here because I'm a professional, Stu.
Wow, I wish I had a door.
Hallelujah. I'm a bum.
All he's doing is a whole lot of damn nothing.
I'm a bum. I'm a bum.
They're a bunch of bums. I'm a bum.
Who's the bum this week? Let's find out on Writer Than You.
So, we have some serious nominees. I'm going to need your help today.
Okay.
Unless it's you. But then I guess that would still be your help. Okay? I'm going to write these down. Like I did back in the radio days. I am going to nominate Bruce Pearl.
Oh, yeah.
For his whole Miami of Ohio doesn't deserve to get in. My kids should get in. I changed my mind. They're really good. I don't know anything about anything. I don't know how to pronounce. Hey, how's Caitlin Fart doing? That's not her name. Sorry. Like, did you catch that? Okay, Bruce Pearl, nominated. I'm also gonna nominate his kid, Stephen Pearl.
Yeah.
Have you ever read The Pearl by Steinbeck? It's not about two losers. It's about a couple looking to get a pearl. Didn't make sense. Stephen Pearl has the job that his daddy used to have. They were 16 and 15. They are. I you know what? I don't want to revisit. We all know. All right, let's see what Gordon wanted to nominate somebody. on the old axe. I gotta pull it up. You ready? You ready for this?
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Did you see the Michigan State, the Jeremy Fears thing where what's his name? Bill, for being a cheap shot specialist, for all his other nonsense, I nominate Jeremy Fears Jr. for Bum of the Week.
No, I
He's
didn't
like
see that.
Yeah, he's pulling. I can't recall the guy's name. Grayson Allen. He's been pulling some Grayson Allen stuff.
Oh, that's never good. Not a good guy to be in the same company as Grayson Allen. Nobody likes Grayson Allen, I feel like.
And by the way, Draymond Greenisms too, right?
Yeah.
Draymond comes the same crap. Tommy, Pretty Daddy, nominated Scooble for basically leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he kind of wanted to come back, it seemed like,
Yeah.
for like 24 hours, and then he's like, never mind, can't do it. Yeah.
Can I nominate the Ravens? I think I think I'm going to.
I think so.
For going back on the old trade. I don't believe them, by the way. I don't
either. I know
they
the
realized they could
GM.
get Trey Hendrick. Yeah.
Yeah.
They realized they could get Trey.
Yep.
And keep the draft pick. I'm gonna nominate Mark Dumrosa.
Hey, that's a WBC quarterfinalist right there. I don't know. Like, can you really? No, you can. You can. He was terrible. It's so bad. So bad.
Yeah.
We did not deserve to advance.
It's not lost on me though that we made fun of him for not knowing that they were going to be eliminated, while you and I butchered.
So what? I guess
I'm
what
amazing.
exactly did we butcher? Because
Lauren, you totally confused me. I thought I butchered it, but Lauren, I saw it this morning. He hit us yesterday. Listen to the pod. By the way, he calls you 2GS, which instead of T, like the number 2GS.
Oh, two
so
instead of
good.
the T. Yeah.
I like it.
I like it
2GS, TGS. Yeah, two girls do. You could not have been more wrong about the WBC outcomes. I ain't mad because I knew the truth. Bum of the week, USA. Italy win got us in. You said out. You basically flipped it.
Oh,
Mexico runs 5 or less. Because I, in fairness, yesterday I had written it down, right?
Yeah, I know you wrote it down.
And then you kept saying the opposite. I was like crossing it off. And then Trevor got in the chat correctly. Like, what are you doing? I pay for this?
Oh no.
Sorry, Trevor. So
I guess I can't read because I had the tweet up and I was reading it the whole time.
Do you feel falsely accused? Because I feel like I was being gaslit.
I know if two people said it, then I'll take the L. I probably just misspoke.
Founding members, of which we have 2, get to nominate somebody every week. One of them I haven't heard from. Thank you for the money. Kevin, founding member Kevin, wants to nominate by a mile the Baltimore Ravens. Rosa is basically 1A.
Okay.
His caveat, it's all of our caveat, unless Max Crosby it turns out to be actually damaged goods, that news does not come out. So that's a little second for those guys. This is going to be hard for me.
Ooh.
I really like the guy. I have to nominate Sam Amick.
Oh, I didn't see what Sam did. Okay.
This athletic Sam Amick says Bam Adebayo should have been pulled from the game out of respect for Kobe instead of going for 83. Quote, this is from his reporting. Judging by the reaction of some of the people from Bryant's past, whom I was in touch with after Adebayo's outing, the sentiment wasn't unique. Sam, of course it wasn't unique for people close to Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Nobody, maybe the person, obviously Kobe has passed, but maybe when someone's watching their own record be broken, maybe they can be gracious and say, go for it. Their mom, dad, brother, sister, wife, buddies, former teammates don't. The same reason I'm not mad at Spoelstra, because Spoelstra's loyalty is to his is to his player. It's a terrible take. I understand everyone, like, the foul, the free throws, and the sort of like get on the ball. By the way, they fed opposing players when Wilt got his 100 were aiding Wilt to get to 100. By the way,
yeah,
is the lore of that. They should have pulled him.
It's crazy
because of Kobe. What if he'd been at 96? Should they pull him because of Wilt? What are you talking about?
And look, I love Kobe, but it's like, first, there's 2 things with this. Right. First of all, it's not the 80. I know everyone looks at 81. It's not the record. 100's the record. So fine. Kobe's now 3rd instead of 2nd. Like, it's not even like he broke the. I understand what people are saying because people do look at the 81 like it was incredible, and it was.
It was.
Also, did it against like a really crummy Raptors team. He also took like almost 50 shots that game. Like, I know it was different than what Bam did. That's fine, sure, but I don't know.
Yep.
I don't have this like, oh, I hate Bam Adebayo now because he broke Kobe's 81 point. Like, no, these are kind of things that are meant to be broken, and he did it. And maybe at some point there'll be someone who scores 85. I don't know, but I don't have this outrage about it that some Laker fans do. I'm like,
I'm gonna give you a theory of mine, and it's part of the reason Sam is nominated. Had this been James Harden, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka Doncic is probably a better shout.
Yeah.
Had this been a person known as a prolific scorer, had Steph Curry he's injured, but gotten on a hot streak.
Yeah, 23 pointers. Yeah.
People think, yeah. Part of the uncomfortableness of this, for some people, and for me, the weirdness is that Bam, I don't even know how many threes he made, but he had 7 at one point in the game.
Yeah.
I think you brought this up. You made a list of 50 guys that you thought they gave you a list. Stu, you went into a coma for 24 hours. You came out and they go, a guy scored 83 points in the NBA. I'm gonna let you write 50 names down. If you get it right, if he's on your list, you get $1 million. You're not getting $1 million.
No.
And so I think that also has thrown people off. I don't think people would be saying that Luka Doncic should have been pulled if he was at 78 points.
No chance. No chance
right?
they would do that. Yeah.
He didn't deserve it. I mean, it's sports, man.
He got the points. He got the 83 points. You get him whether threes, free throws, dunks, doesn't matter. He had 7 threes, by the way. So you were right about that.
Yeah, well, 7. Okay, yeah. All right. So anybody you want to nominate other than this long list of bumps? Would be bumps.
I think I don't think it would win, but I think a funny one would be the Jets for actually trading a draft pick for Geno Smith. It's just such a bad look. I don't know. It's just one of those funny ones where I'm like, oh, of course it would be the Jets that trade for Geno Smith.
I like it. I like the Jets. Bruce Pearl, Stephen Pearl, Jeremy
good ones this week. It's a pretty good one.
Screwball. Yep. The Ravens, Mark Dumrosa, Stewart, Kovacs, Sam Amick, and the Jets. Okay. I'm going to finalist Bruce Pearl. I'm going to finalist Mark Dumrosa. There's no favors here. I'm going to finalist Sam Amick. Despite the absolute hypocrisy of this, because you and I also. Really, you screwed me. I should have stuck to my guns. Like, wait, no, what, huh? You're the actual skipper of the favorite to win the World Baseball Classic.
Yep.
That classic of World Baseball is being played on home soil. You have the most talented team on earth, and you don't know the elimination rules to the level that we almost didn't advance out of the group stage, and I have to call you Mark Dumrosa for the rest of your life? I didn't do that. Dumrosa did that. Mark Dumrosa. You're the bum of the week, bro.
That's your bum of the week. On Lighter Than You.
Not gonna lie, I crush the buttons when it comes to bum of the week.
You do. You certainly do. I told you I would trust you on the board. You've shown a lot in 2.5 months. Yes. Absolutely.
I'm writing his name down as Mark Dumrosa, by the way.
Don't tell Lori that.
The last winner, because the last winner, we didn't do it last week. I'll be better because we had a bunch of guests. Was Tony Clark, and I wrote down as the reason sister-in-law banger. Allegedly.
Alleged.
Now you're dating a twin.
Yes. Yeah.
Apropos of nothing. I just
You're listening.
screwed it up again.
Oh no.
Every time. Because the board is color. There's colors. And the red upper left. They should switch the red so that the red whatever. I'm so glad Bum of the Week's over. I would have had to go back. There's no redos. We're not the Ravens here.
Oh my gosh.
Let's kill the deal, Stu. All right, no show tomorrow. Enjoy your weekend. Keep the criticisms, thoughts, perspectives coming. Thank you to all of our paid and free subscribers. And thank you to Angie Stu's true love for making cameo after cameo after cameo. I like it. See you guys later.